What's up, everybody? This is Zombie Talk 123 here. Hope you guys are having a great night. I'm sorry if I'm bombarding your newsfeed with videos, but I'm leaving in a day, so I want to get the important videos that I feel need to be out. My opinions on this. So, A-Rod, if you're a Yankees fan, you might be a little disappointed. There's been a great day of baseball, some debuts, some walk-off victories, and the Yankees have struggled of late, but they did pull off a very nice victory today as Jason Nix got a 3-run double, and he could come up huge in the weeks to follow. Now, when you first look at this picture, if you take it out of context, when I first saw it, it kind of is a funny picture, not because he's in pain, but because of his face. And I say that in all seriousness if you take it out of context. I'm not trying to be offensive to any Yankees fans or A-Rod fans, but if you think about it, this really does capture the moment, how much pain he is. He did break his left hand. Now, it was on a changeup, an 88-mile-an-hour changeup from King Felix. It hit the wrong spot, obviously, and broke his left hand. So very disappointed for Yankees fans, as A-Rod was really starting to get hot there. He'd bat over, 350 the last 20 games. His power numbers are up, and now you have to try to find a way to replace a formidable guy in your lineup. And this really does change a lineup. He's batting 5th or 6th in the lineup, wherever you want to put him. And you got Curtis Granderson, a powerful high strikeout, but a lot of power guy in the 2-hole. You really do have a fantastic lineup. And now all of a sudden, Ichiro, instead of batting 8th and trying to turn over that lineup, get some speed, get on base, and have Jeter, who's had some power this year, try to get you in, and then Granderson and the rest follows. Now you have to have Ichiro bat first, and then Derek Jeter bat second, and Curtis Granderson moves from 2 to 5-hole. So it really does, everyone really changes in the lineup. So this does dramatically change a lineup, no matter who they fill in for A-Rod. Whether they get someone like Chase Headley or not, I don't see it as a realistic option. I'll tell you why. Number one, Chase Headley is going to require at least one top prospect of the Yankees. And honestly, Brian Cashman is a conservative GM in the sense that he's not going to give up top prospects, especially for a guy who they're going to use for 2 months when other teams will use for multiple years. Chase Headley is locked up and controlled for the next few years at a pretty cheap price, which would be nice for the Yankees to have a third baseman like that, but they don't. They have already invested their money in Alex Rodriguez in a huge contract, and you can't just give up on him and say, okay, one of you is going to have to be a DH. Chase Headley, I see going to a National League team, playing third base, or an American League team, playing third base, and hitting extremely well. But A-Rod and Chase Headley do have similar numbers if you translate the numbers of Chase Headley from Petco Park to Yankee Stadium. But, I mean, if you look at internal options, Eric Chavez, if you take projections of his stats, what he's done so far, and you make as many at-bats as A-Rod has, the stats are extremely similar. Right around the same batting average, same power, everything. And defensively, they're very similar too. So I'm not, as obviously as a Yankee fan, if I was a Yankee fan, I'm saying, I'm a Cardinals fan by the way, but if I was a Yankees fan, yes, I would be like, yeah, it would be nice to acquire someone like that. It would look great for the lineup for a few months, and maybe A-Rod can play DH. But why not just stay internally and then put A-Rod back at third base after, instead of surrendering a top prospect? And you don't know how A-Rod will do at DH either. So, I don't think it's the right time to go and say, okay, A-Rod, you're going to go to DH now. We're going to go give up a few top prospects and get a controlled third baseman for the next few years in Chase Headley. Going from a Padres team who's not expected to win to a Yankees team, the best record in baseball, and a lot of media. So I think it would be interesting if the Yankees got someone like Ty Wigginton. I think he's a realistic option for a few-month rental, a cheap option, a $500,000 buyout for next year if you don't want to take the option on the $4 million option, which I assume they wouldn't want to. And he could come up in clutch situations. I could see him hitting some key home runs, have some key at-bats in the playoffs and the rest of the year. So he could come up huge. He could pinch hit. He can be pretty versatile, and it's a realistic option. And only take a secondary prospect to get him too. So I think it's a good option for the Yankees at this point. So obviously it's a little disappointing for Yankees to have to lose their slugger in A-Rod. But, if they give Eric Chavez a chance, he might even perform better than A-Rod would have. You never know. A lot of things happen that seem bad at first, but good things come out of them, and players shine through them. And really, it could be a great thing for Eric Chavez or a great thing for Jason Nix, as they could really become star players in New York for coming up when the team needed them. Obviously, every player has hidden talents, and every player can come up in certain situations, and the manager's just going to have to try to get the best play out of those players. And if not, then the general manager will have to step in and make a deal for someone. And if they do, I think it will be Ty Wigginton if the Phillies deal. And the Phillies have been reluctant to deal him for some reason because he is versatile and can be very valuable to this Phillies team that has struggles at third base with Placido Polanco and others. So if they do deal him, I think the Yankees will take him up on that and try to acquire him. If not, Chase Headley could still be an option. We'll just have to see. Thanks for watching, and hope for the best for the Yankees. Thanks.